Namaste everyone. My name is Vikram Dubey and I record and upload videos on spirituality, Naam Jap, meditation and other related topics. Today I am going to talk about Antahkaran Chatushtaya, or the inner instrument, which has four parts. So Antahkaran means inner instrument and Chatushtaya means four parts or four components. And these four components are mind or man, intellect or buddhi, chitta or consciousness or memory, and fourth is ego or identity or ahankar in Hindi. So mind, intellect, consciousness and ego, and in Hindi man, buddhi, chit, ahankar, aham or ahankar. Now I'll just explain the four parts, what their functions are. So the first one is man or mind. So mind does choosing. So it identifies objects and it chooses which one to choose, which one to reject. So for example, or I'll give you an example later, but I'll explain the four parts first. And mind also does thinking. That's the function of the mind. The next component is intellect or buddhi. Buddhi discriminates and it does decision making. So mind has chosen and intellect does the decision making, some analysis, discrimination, decision making. That's done by the intellect or buddhi. Third is chitta or consciousness, which is memory or impressions, the vasanas and the sanskar, the tendencies. These are all chitta or consciousness. And consciousness or memory has memories of hundreds of thousands of years of all our past lives. The memory is stored in our consciousness, and it's very, very strong because that pretty much defines what we do in our lives. For most people, vast majority, I would say 99% people live a compulsive life, not conscious life. So they just function every day on the basis of their mental conditioning, which is nothing but the memories, past memories. And I've spoken about this like the sanchit karma or the accumulated karma. I've spoken about this in all my previous videos. So you can watch those videos to get more information, more knowledge. And the fourth is ego or identity or aham or ahankar. Aham or ahankar. Ahankar has a negative connotation. Aham is better. Ahankar is more like ego. So what aham does is the I, the identity, the I, which is very, very strong. I want this, I am a man, I am an Australian, I am an Indian, I am a Hindu. I like this, I hate this, I don't like this. This is very strong. And I is the biggest obstacle to achieve enlightenment or to experience divinity within us. I is the biggest obstacle. So now I'll give you an example. For example, we are sitting at home in the evening. So we have finished our day, our work, and we are sitting at home. Now the mind does manan, or it contemplates which one, what to do now, what to choose. So for example, it thinks about watching television, or other option is reading a book. So mind thinks and chooses, like whether I should watch TV or read a book. The next component, next part, the buddhi or intellect, it discriminates, it does some analysis, and then it makes a decision. So based on facts and some analysis, like it does it's intellect. So it makes decision making, it makes decision based on analysis and discrimination. So it will go further, it will think or discriminate that watching TV is a waste of time. I've already watched TV for half an hour or 1 hour. Reading a book is more beneficial. I'll get more knowledge, and reading a book will relax my eyes and brain. TV will strain my eyes and brain. So intellect does all this analysis and discrimination, and then it makes a decision that maybe reading a book is better for me. Third one, chitta or consciousness or memory. So we have got memory of hundreds of thousands of past lives. So that means millions of years. So we have memory. So we draw down, and this is all happening within a split second, within a millisecond or microsecond. So it's not like step by step that mind is choosing and then intellect is deciding and then consciousness is throwing up memory and all those things, and then ego is doing something else. We'll come to ego. So it happens in a microsecond. So consciousness will draw information from the memory. So I have read in the past, so that was the benefit. I've watched TV in the past, so that was the benefit of watching TV, like it was relaxing and I got some information, or there was a federal election or a state election and I got information. So watching a TV is also fine. Reading a book is also fine. So consciousness is drawing upon its memories. That's the job of consciousness or memory or chitta. And then the fourth one is ego or identity, aham or ahankar, and that is the I. I want to watch TV. I want to be happy. I want to get some pleasure. I want to read a book. I want knowledge. I want some information. I want to become a better reader. I want to improve my language and vocabulary. So this is I. And then we do an activity. So we watch television or we read a book or do something else, exercise or go for a walk or cook or eat or buy takeaway or get a pizza delivered. This is all four components, the Chatushte, all of them help us in making a decision. Like ultimately what we do is based on all these four components. Man, buddhi, chit, aham. Mind, intellect, consciousness and ego. And antakaran chatushte, or the four components of the inner instrument, or basically we say mind. So for all these four we just generally say mind, but there are actually four components. So now antakaran chatushta, or the four components of the inner instrument, these are tools. These are not the self. I am not the mind, intellect, consciousness or even ego. I am not that. Even the I am not the I. That is the ego. I am something more fundamental, which is my true identity, true nature, my true self, which is divine. And I've spoken about this in quite detail in most of my videos. Or we can also say soul. And I've also spoken before that soul is nothing but it's a part of divine soul, just like a drop in the ocean. So drop is not separate, it is the ocean. When we look at the ocean, we can't see drops. It is the ocean. But when we take out a drop, then we can see, oh, this is a drop. So it has a separate identity. It has an ego. It has a volume. It has a mass. It has properties. It has an identity. It's a drop of water. But when we put it back into the ocean, then there is no drop. We can't see a drop in the ocean. It's all ocean. Similarly, when we have strong ego, we experience separation. And most of us can't even see the inner self, our true self. Most of us don't experience our true self. But people who experience true self experience the oneness with the divine. Like the drop in the ocean, like it's one, it's all one. There is no separation. And that is Advaita philosophy, non-dual. There is no duality. There is no soul and divine soul. There is no separation. It is one. Advait, non-dual. So, Antakaran Chatushtaya, or the four components of the inner instrument, these are tools of the inner self or our true self, which is divine. This is the tool. Mind, intellect, consciousness, ego, these are tools. And similarly, if we go further inside, then we have Karan Sharir or causal body. And I'm not going to talk about it much today, but I won't talk about it today, maybe in some other video. But that is also a tool. That is the innermost body, causal body, Karan Sharir. That is a tool also. And then Antakaran Chatushtha, mind, intellect, consciousness, ego. That is also tool. These are tools. And then the external, the gross body or Sthul Sharir, gross body, like the hand and head and body, which we can see, we can touch, even heart and all the organs, because we can see them, we can touch them. They're physical. So Sthul body or gross body. So all three are tools of our inner self, our true self. And what I understand from these tools, why we need these tools, is there are two reasons that I understand. This is my opinion, so it could be different for other people. The two reasons are to survive. So with the the causal body, the subtle body, the mind and intellect, and the gross body. So these three bodies help us in surviving. And the second reason is to serve. We are here to serve. So every object, every living being or non-living, they are all serving. They are serving some purpose. So all the plants, trees, animals, they are serving. They're serving. They have a purpose. Similarly, we also have we are also here to serve. That is the purpose of our lives, to serve, to survive and serve. So that's why we need these three tools, these group of tools. So causal body and subtle body and gross body. We need three bodies to survive and serve. And I always propagate Naam Jap. Naam Jap is chanting God's name, or Ram, 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 Ram. So when we chant Ram Ram, it purifies all these three bodies. Soul is pure. Soul is a part of divine soul, so it's pure. But gross, subtle and causal bodies, they need purification. And when we chant Ram 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 Ram, all these four components of the inner instrument, they get purified. They become Rammay, or full of Ram, or full of divinity. They get drowned in divinity. So when we chant Ram Ram, we get drowned in divinity. Just like we are drowned in the atmosphere. There is atmosphere everywhere. So we are drowned in atmosphere. And we are breathing also. So atmosphere is within us. And in every cell of our body. Atmosphere is everywhere. So similarly, when we chant Ram 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 Ram, we get drowned in Ram or divinity. We get drowned. So Ram is everywhere, the divinity is everywhere, and it's within us. That's why we are alive. So we get drowned. So we are drowned. We are already drowned, but we don't experience it. So with Naam Jap, chanting Ram 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 Ram, we begin to experience this divinity. That Ram is all around us. We are drowned in Ram. Ram is within us. Then we start to experience. Alright, so it's already 16 and a half minutes. It's longer than what I expected. So I'll finish this video now, and I'll upload another video in a few days. And until then, please chant Ram Ram. Start chanting Ram Ram. And if you are already chanting, please increase the duration. It will benefit you immensely. And if you enjoyed this video and you learned something, please like, share, subscribe, and write comments. And share your experiences with everyone. So write comments and ask questions. And I'll record another video in a few days. Thank you so much. Ram Ram, Jai Shri Ram.